Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me today on Krista So Crafty. Today I'm going to show you how to make another envelope. I showed you one a little while ago and I can, link it up here. But this one here uses circles. So there's a couple different ways you can finish this off. So I'm just showing you that you can put your little paper in there. I would just put a little bit of glue here, glue it down, right on the front, put your address label, and away you go. So that's one way. I have some circles here that I've cut out. Now these are cut at 5.5 inches. I used my Cricut to cut them out, but really, whatever you can find. If you have a circle cutter, by all means use that. If you don't have a circle cutter, you could use a roll of tape. Lay it down and draw around it and then cut it out. You could also use a saucer. So you could take it, flop it over, trace it out on your paper, and then cut them out. This one makes an envelope that is approximately 5.5 inches square. So out of 4 5.5-inch circles, you get a 5.5-inch envelope. To make your envelope, it's really quite simple. You just take your one circle. Now mine is white on the back. You can use any type of paper that you like. I used scrapbooking paper, and so it's on this one, it's patterned on one side and white on the other side. You could use one that has, pattern on both sides, whatever you want to use. I was able to cut 4 circles out of one 12 by 12 sheet. So to make our envelope, all you need to do is take and fold each of your circles in half, just like this. All 4 of them. And the nice thing about using the scrapbook paper is you can use so many different patterns, and you're going to have such beautiful envelopes. Now these can also be used for either letters, or you could put a little gift card in there, and I'll show you that. I'm going to show you a different method to close this up than the one I showed you. Once you have all of these, you kind of want to open them up a little bit, but you need that crease, and then you're going to alternate. So I will start with this one here, and I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put it underneath and match it up in the corner. Let's see if I can get you in closer. There you are, a little bit closer. So this one goes over and this one is under. So now this one needs to go over and this one needs to go under. And then this one needs to go over and this one needs to go under, but this side needs to go over. And then you're just going to line everything up as best you can. It's kind of got to fiddle around with it a little bit, just like that. And all you're going to do is very carefully, you're going to lift one of these up, put a little bit of glue, and tack it down. You're going to do that with all of these, and you want to make sure that you don't end up with a hole in the center. Okay, so make sure that everything is lined up. It is a little finicky. Okay, so just lining things up, making sure that our corners are lined up, because if you don't, what will happen is it will kind of go a little cattywampus. You don't want that. You want it as square as possible. So now that I've got it where I want it, so now I'm just going to hold that in place, and I'm just going to use a glue stick. So make sure it's open, and I'm just going to lift this up a little bit and put some glue. Make sure my corner's lining up and press down. And now I'm going to gently turn this just enough that I can get some glue under this side, like so. Press that down. So now this piece is secure. So I'm just going to turn it. Very careful, making sure you're holding on. If you don't want to turn it, you don't have to. You can just kind of lift up the pieces, but I just like to turn it. Press that down like so. And I'm still making sure that I don't have a hole in the center of there, and I don't. So I'm just going to lift that up and put a little bit of glue. And there we have our, just going to press these down now, like that. Make sure they have a good crease on them. Okay, Now I'm going to show you the second way of closing this up. So the first way, I just took these two pieces, folded them in, folded this one in, and then I put a little bit of glue underneath here, just so that it glued it shut. And then this was folded down like this, and it was able to be an envelope. You could put your letter or your card in there. So this one, I'm going to do a little bit different. This one we're going to keep with this swirl type pattern. So that's just folding these all down alternately. And when you get to this one, you just tuck it in like that. And this gives you a really cute little envelope. So again, this one could be used for a card as well. You could put a gift card in here. A small flat present would fit in here. And then what I would do is I would just take some ribbon and tie a bow just to make it pretty, right? So then this would go across like this and just tie a bow. Now, if you're not very good at tying bows like me, I don't know, you could buy a bow or ribbon or something and put on there. Or you could just tie a ribbon and then take a pair of scissors and just trim these off. I like to trim mine on an angle, like this. There we go. Isn't that pretty? So that's the second way that you can fold up these envelopes. This was the first way, right? And this was the second way. And I will show you a third way that you can decorate the inside if your paper is white. A different way of putting it together, okay? So that's two, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the last method is you're going to create your envelope the same way. So you cut out your 4 circles, put them together, and glue them together, right? So now I'm just going to take a piece of cardstock construction paper that I have here, and I'm just going to round off the corners just to fancy it up. You can make whatever decoration you want. Come on. There we go. But then, yeah, you would just take it and you place it in here and glue it down. So now you can use the double-sided tape if you like, or you can use the glue stick like what I'm doing. Just going to put a little bit in the middle. And just put that in the center as best you can. It's nice when you're using the glue stick. It gives you a little bit of flexibility so you can shift things around if you need to. Now you could absolutely put more and more and more on here. You make a little envelope and put in there so that you could put a gift card in there. And then you're going to just fold it up the same way, right? So you're going to fold it, flop it around like this, and then take your ribbon, tie it up. If you wanted, you could put a flower on here with a little bit of stick on the bottom so that it would stick and it would hold this close. There's lots of different ways. You could just use a fancy sticker to close this up, whatever it is you choose to do. So I'll just make a bow here. Like I said, I'm not the best at them, but I can get them made. And there we go. Again, just bring in our scissors and trim this up. And there you have it. I think these are so cute, so quick and easy to make, and very versatile. Okay, and this one too, you could close it up with a little sticker, or if you had a wax seal, that would be very cool too. So you put your little wax and then stamp it, and then again, you know, you can write on the opposite side and send them out. I think that these turned out so cute. I hope that you give them a try. Use any type of scrapbooking paper you like. If you use one that's dark, what you would want to do is to put like a label or something on it. So on this side, you would want to put like a white square so you could write on it, and here too if you used a dark paper. But there you go. I think they turned out wonderful. Thank you for coming and joining me today. I really appreciate it. Thank you again, and happy crafting.